pure excitement, you know, really, as you're getting closer. And
the last people at the pad on launch day were the astronauts. They headed into the White Room, a kind of cramped locker room, before boarding the shuttle. With 2.5 minutes to go, external tank clearing the way for the launch. About 16 seconds before launch, some 300,000 gallons of water poured onto the launch pad. Though it might seem to be done to protect against the blazing fire, the water was actually for sound suppression to dampen the vibrations produced by 7 million pounds of thrust. The fire and thunder would produce a show unlike any other.
Go for main engine start. We have main engines. And the final liftoff of Discovery, a tribute to the dedication, hard work, and pride of America's Space Shuttle team. The shuttle has cleared the tower.
some of our team would work late shifts, so you kind of had to go home and sometimes, you know, watch it from the river, just like the other folks would, or something like that, which I actually kind of enjoy. You know, if I couldn't make it into center in time, you know, just kind of being out there with the general public and making it into center in time, you know, just kind of being out there with the general public and everything like that. Just sit back and watch the kids and people enjoy a beautiful launch. You know, it was part of my joy, I guess.
Now that the space shuttle is retired, the pads are being prepared for another transition. The structures that marked the space shuttle era have been removed from Launch Pad 39B, so it can handle several different types of launchers that are expected to make up last shuttle flights will look as it did during the shuttle years for the near term, echoing the thundering success of the space shuttle program.
Go for main engine start. We have main engine start. 2, 1. Booster ignition and the final liftoff of Discovery.
Two solid rocket motors. That's a pretty rough ride, but you can feel the thrust tail off right before they separate. Rough ride, but you can feel the thrust tail off right before they separate, and you know, you get an indication PC less than 50, and then you know you're going to be there 2 minutes 5 seconds or so. They separate away. There's a huge flash in the front window, a big bang. You can hear the set motors push those away, and then it's just as smooth as can be on those main engines. They're phenomenal pieces of machinery.
The Space Shuttle main engines have been one of the brightest success stories of the Space Shuttle's 30-year career. Powered by a combination of fuel and oxygen, a single SSME, as the engines are called, produces about 500,000 pounds of thrust. Working with the 2 solid rocket boosters for the first 2 minutes of launch, 3 main engines push a shuttle up to Mach 25 and into orbit in 8.5 minutes.
We call the SSME an extreme machine, and it's extreme because on the inlets you got liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen, and liquid hydrogen's minus 420 degrees Fahrenheit. The SSME an extreme machine, and it's extreme because on the inlets you got liquid